Welcome, Georgie, to the show. Today we talk about the best practices in onboarding so that you can do it for your own apps and programs. And we also give you all the examples how we do it here at Passion.io. Georgie, welcome to the show. So, first question, why is it important to onboard customers?
Because it's really a crucial stage in acquiring customers, and it really defines, it has long-term effect on that relationship that we have with customers, and ultimately it will reflect in that business revenue. At the beginning, people are not perceiving as an important stage, and a lot of focus is going into acquiring new customers. But once you have it in, those first moments, those first impressions are really important.
I think one thing which I also learned over the years is that if you have a lot of courses, a lot of content, libraries, and whatnot, then it's quite easy to confuse people where they should go and what to do, and then you just get lost and they don't know where to start, right? So
100%.
if you onboard something, tell them how it works, then it guides them, gives them a very clear, actionable next step, right?
Totally.
Paving
There's a
them
lot
to
of
success.
Exactly. And there's a lot
Perfect.
of studies that show that once somebody buys something, they will always look for a reason to confirm or a reason to reverse their decision of buying. So make sure that you don't give them reasons where people can actually churn. That's why those first impressions are really important.
What you just outlined, like what's the thing that really can go wrong?
I would say first expectations, because you might be promising something in your sales speech, because the idea is to actually get people to buy. So you might be promising something that maybe you're not delivering 100%. So you have to be very accurate in your message and deliver on exactly whatever you are promising to your customers. So a lot of it is like authenticity. Make sure that you have an offer in line with your customers, and trust. Trust is very important, and it can't be bought. As long as you're not 100% in, your customers will perceive it, will feel it, and then there is doubt that comes in, and it will have long-term effects.
I agree with that. What sometimes makes it difficult is, when you build your program and you have, let's say, 257 lessons or so, right? And then you have like all the gold and lesson 203, but that people don't see that, right? Because they are somewhere in the beginning. And to structure the content in the way or what you show them first, that really gives them already value and and primes them, puts them on the right place. Journey to success is, I think,
Yeah, definitely. The
important to
aha
deliver on that
moment.
promise, because you maybe like the promise of your sales pitch is in there, but it's not it's not visible, even though it's there, and you want to show it to them.
Yeah, 100%. And it also starts with understanding your market and your niche very well. So you might want to tackle a really difficult goal, and by the end of 6 months, you might be able to achieve that. But you need to be able to deliver to split it into small chunks of information or some different milestones that your customers can achieve. They can see success, and that keeps them coming back and sticking with your program.
Yes. How do we onboard people at Passion.io?
We have a process already into place. I would say when we look at onboarding, it might be different for different creators as well. Onboarding can be a stage. Onboarding can be just that initial email or that initial login for customers. The way we look onboarding in Passion, we are looking a bit on the long term. So we're trying to view our customer journey for the first 3 months at least once they join Passion. And currently, what we have set up is a series of welcome emails where we offer a path to success. And we also conduct face-to-face onboarding calls. So once somebody buys a subscription to our platform, they get the prompt to book an onboarding call with one of our Passion coaches, which is a group call that is happening via Zoom with more creators on the call. And we try to answer their questions. We show them live the platform and what they can do. And we also want to make sure that they know that we are alongside with them in the journey. We want to build that trust, and we want to show them how to get support if they need, and basic tips and tricks on how to get started. So we have this onboarding call that is roughly 1 hour at the moment. And in addition to that onboarding call, they also can book support calls whenever they feel like they need to speak with the Passion coach. We also have set up a help center area where we have a lot of help center articles to guide them in through this journey. We have education materials. We have our Expert Unleash Challenge, which is great for somebody that wants to launch an online business. We have live chat support and email support, and all of this, it's available free of charge for our creators whenever they join Passion. So not only that they buy the platform, but they buy the education and the support, and we generally care about everyone.
What are the secrets to excite people about onboarding and give them value so that after the call they feel like there was a great return of their time?
For us, the most important is the relationship. So they get to actually see somebody in Passion. They get to meet other creators. It's the networking, the community, and the fact that we build a genuine relationship with them. And what is amazing is that we get a glimpse of their world. So we get to know them. Who are they as humans? What are their goals? What are their dreams? We try to teach them the platform as well at the same time. But ultimately, I think what makes the difference is the relationship itself. And I think that that is pretty cool. And it's amazing because there's lots of other SaaS platforms where you don't get to see a human. And yeah, I think it's a shame.
On the flip side, maybe even related, what are the most common mistakes then that people make when joining?
When it comes to Passion, I would say is sometimes not reading the emails, because we have a lot of steps already in our email sequence where we tell our creators. But it's also a lot of overwhelm. So a lot of creators feel this might be too much for me. And that is wrong, because we know our platform, it's easy, it's a no-code app builder, and we have a lot of support available. So I would say one of the mistakes is that people give up and they feel they don't have time, where we know that if you do, for example, the Expert Unleash Challenge, just half an hour a day, you work on your app, over the first 30 days, you will actually see the difference and you will have results. And like Dan says in the Expert Unleash Challenge, just trust the process. So one of the important things, which is one of the rules of actually having a business and being an entrepreneur, is that you don't have to give up. You need to have grit and determination and just do the work, no matter how hard it is, especially at the beginning, because it might not be easy, but we are here to help everyone.
If you think the creator economy is really interesting, then I got something for you. On milliondollarcreators.club, we actually created a database of all the creators out there, and you see not just their fans, followers, subscribers, but actually how much money are they making. So with that, we bring now transparency into the creator economy, and you really see how are the best of the best get their customers, price their offers, create their offer stack, get customers, which tools are they using, how will they grow and triple their business going forward. So if that's interesting for you, including lists of who makes the most revenue, who has the fastest revenue growth, who has the biggest audience, who has the fastest growing audience, who makes the most revenue per follower, and who has the most exciting offer stack from low end all the way to the high end, then go to milliondollarcreators.club and enjoy the data. It might not feel to them they're making a mistake, right? That, I mean, it's overwhelming. They haven't read all the emails. They feel, oh shit, maybe they should give up. Maybe it's harder than what they thought in the beginning, because I mean, it's obviously not easy, or it's not one click to make $1 million, right? For example, to become widely successful, it takes hard work. It should be obvious, but still, we as a company have to make it as simple and easy as possible so that we can increase or serve them at the best possible way to guarantee that they become successful. What are things that maybe we have learned in onboarding that made a difference to the customers? Let's say like 3 years ago versus today. Like, what were some things that we changed that had a really good impact on guiding customers better to success?
That is a very good question, because we have also seen a change in the customers that we are getting. Depends on the marketings that the marketing tools that we use. I would say we just need to be aligned with the people that we have at that time, with their expectations and their goals, and be able to customize their journey. I think that is really important, because people might have different expectations, and our platform caters for different niches. So being able to provide the right advice at the right time for the right type of customers based on the goals that they're trying to achieve is very, very important. What we have done is change a bit our approach. So we have different types of support calls available. We have the app submission support calls, which we didn't have actually when we started. With Passion, we have dedicated team that takes creators from the moment that they start the process up until all the updates that actually they required. So a lot of it is just adapting to the market, to the needs and our creators, and understanding them a bit more. We do a lot of research. As a company, we do a lot of research to understand where they're coming from, what they're trying to achieve, and how we can improve things when it comes to onboarding, but also the platform itself. So I would say level up, like one of our values, we apply it every time, every day. We're trying to learn new things and make the platform and our service better.
How does the roadmap to success look like in Passion.io?
It depends on what the success means for all of our creators and our community. Some of our creators, they started and they just don't have a business yet. They have a goal of making a business, so they're at the very beginning. And for them, I would say success is having something and put themselves out there, testing their ideas, doing the expert niche challenge, and actually at the end of it, generating revenue. And that's something that they can do and test and take advantage as soon as they join the platform. So that's one of the first milestones that we have. Then we have really businesses, established businesses that they just want to scale their business. And that's also something that they can do with the platform, with the app, and achieve success and get into new niches, new markets, and diversify their offer. So I think we are able to deliver for a lot of our creators, and we just want to make sure that they know that we are there for them, and we listen, and we continuously improve our platform and our services.
What are typical examples that what customers do to become successful?
They have an open mind and they are willing to learn. So I'm not referring just to tech skills and how to build an app, because, for example, setting up the developer accounts, you just do it once and we will assist them. But I'm referring to marketing and strategy and how they use their app and how they set up their customer journey, and even our discussion here, how they think about onboarding their customers. So one of the most important things is just be open and learn and level up and take advantage of all the resources that we have available. All our community, our passion fighters community, is amazing and very supportive, and I think that is key to grow their business.
Have you seen a customer journey that inspired you, that someone set up, that we maybe could share with others so that they can also replicate that?
I have seen so many and so many inspiring stories. I don't have one in mind, actually, but from experience, I've seen people that didn't have anything before joining Passion. They have their just like their hobby or their dream. And once they went into the platform and they done the expert niche challenge and they took our advice and they launched their app, I've seen a lot of success stories, and it's amazing. And that is the beauty of it, because our mission is to make impact and create a world of more passionate people. So yeah, it's really cool to be part of their journey. I don't have any particular example in mind, but I've seen many cases of people being successful and launching their app and making their dream.
How long does it take to become successful, and what are things that you can do to become successful quicker? And you mentioned, for example, the Expert Unleashed Challenge. Is that something that speeds that whole thing up?
Just allocate time. Life happens, but if this is your goal, if this is what you want to do, then you need to make sure that you leave time for it. Even if it's little by bit, little, it will accumulate. Work on your business every day if possible, and that will definitely show the impact at the end of it. So allocate time, be persistent, learn, reach out to the community, and do a proper market research as well. I think that is important to understand your offer, where you stand, what are your competitors, basically your audience and how you can deliver to them. And reiterate the first pancake, like we said in the Expert Unleashed Challenge, you will have some results, learn from them, and just make it better. Maybe your goal is to have an app in the app stores, which is great, and that can happen as soon as you join the platform. So if you already have a business and you have your content and you want to launch your app as soon as possible, just go for it. And it is going to happen, and we are here to help, and we have all the resources available to assist you in this journey.
I think one thing which I also learned as an entrepreneur myself is that just things take always longer than what I think or what I thought. So when I thought, okay, like next month, like I will launch and do all these things, and then the people come and it's going to be epic, then even like sometimes being 1 year later when this thing actually launches, it's crazy how sometimes it just takes longer. And maybe, you know, I was stuck in perfection paralysis or I don't know what, but maybe also naive, underestimated how complicated or how complex it is. So I think that made it slower for me. But then at the same time, while I was working on myself and improving and creating content and all these things, I also learned how to do it quicker. So every time like I leveled up and I think that reduced the time. And then also I changed my mindset where I knew that I shouldn't create all the content in advance, but I should start selling first and then start creating content while I'm delivering the service to the customer. So a lot of that was missing. And I think the programs like the Expert Unleashed Challenge and so on, they can really help there with the right mindset to shorten the time to success. I've also like had so many people on my podcast, Million Dollar Creators, where I interview them, how they started, when they started, and how the business ramped up. And what I learned there is that quite often they also say, yeah, like the education or having a coach is something which made a huge difference to them, because ultimately the size of your business is a function of your own skills and your own mindset. And if you're not where you are, then you have to work on yourself.
Yeah, definitely. It's like we're learning all the time. So, like you said, the business is an extension of your skills, of your abilities. So we need to just level up. We might not know everything at the beginning. We might not be perfect at the beginning, and that's the advice that we give to a lot of our creators. Start with something, because that's the key. Might not be perfect, but it's a start, and you learn from it, and you have to learn from it to just make it better. And I think well, lots of us, we suffer from this perfection syndrome. We want to make sure everything is perfect, every video, and I think the audience has evolved from that, and they don't appreciate just perfect videos. It's not about that. It's about obviously the message, the value, and the authenticity that you deliver. It doesn't have to be a perfect video. It doesn't have to be a really choreographed dance. It just needs to flow.
Have you seen anyone that? What are the secrets of being authentic? I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit off topic, but I think it's interesting. How can you be authentic?
I think the key is to really know yourself and know what you can deliver to people. And as I said, we get to speak with a lot of creators, and I'm happy to say that we have such an amazing community. And obviously, everyone wants to make money and have sales, but ultimately, it's not that. It's about the impact that they have on others. And I've seen people that had different experience, life experience, and they want to share that with other people, so they don't pass through the downside of it to the lowest of what they can be. And I think that's great. So it's not about the money. It's about the goal and the ideal and the dream and how you want to help people, I would say, ultimately. And then all the sale will come from that. So understand yourself and know how you can touch others and how you can create impact for others and make the world a better place, and put it out there. And I think that's the key, this alignment. And your customers will come. Might not be the whole planet, but your tribe will follow you.
Despite of all of the positive vibe of being authentic and launching before building a gazillion pieces of content and having being onboarded in a fantastic way, I've done all the education. Why do businesses still fail?
Well, it's scary to put yourself out there. it's really scary to start something, and you might find out that maybe it's not the right thing. So a lot of it comes to the mindset, and ultimately the risk of, as I said, putting yourself out there and learning through the process. It's all about the process. So a lot of it's for you to be able to handle the process, the consequences, and what you might find at the end of this journey. So one of the reasons why we are trying to build the relationship with our customers in a way that we build trust first of all, and it's very important because of that mindset. They need to be able to overcome challenges. They need to be able to move forward and learn from different mistakes, and obviously see new opportunities and maybe change. Um, we've seen a lot of our creators that they started the expert and niche challenge, and by day 3 they already changed their mind and they completely switched, because it's all a process where you iterate and you make yourself better. So yeah, one of the reason why I think a lot of businesses fail is because people don't have the right mindset. And like you mentioned earlier, they go 100%, they think this is going to be a success, and ultimately they feel disillusioned and they just give up. So a lot of perseverance, grit, and determination and consistency. And obviously making the right decision, having the right education, having the right mentors, coaches, community, so you feel supported and you can ask for advice if you get stuck.
If kids start walking, right, it's not that they take one step and immediately can walk. They fall down all the time, and they do that over and over again for months until they can really walk seamlessly. The same with riding a bike, the same with swimming, the same with poaching an egg, the same with pancakes, the same with launching a business, doing a product launch, doing whatever. It just starts with failure. But then when you learn from it, when you reflect, then you can have progress. And then this ultimately leads to success. So if failure and reflection is applied well, it's a precursor for success, and it's part of the journey. And instead of hating it or getting dragged down by it, it would be nice to realize that it is what it is, and it's actually fun, and you learn, and you're growing. It's the ultimate tool. Entrepreneurship is the ultimate tool for your personal development. So enjoy it, celebrate it.
Yeah, 100%.
Like this is even interesting. Like in like this thing, enjoy it. For example, I'm also a father to two, right? And people always say like, yeah, enjoy it, enjoy it. I'm like, how should I enjoy it? I'm getting pooped at, peed at. Everything is always destroyed. They don't really eat. I like always think like something might go wrong. It's like it's crazy, right? So how is this enjoyable? But the thing is, enjoy it means, like, my take on this is, how can I enjoy this, right? Like, it's not like, oh, this is so amazing, it's like the best thing that ever happened. It's just so intense. But if I can find a way to enjoy it, it's beyond awesome, right? But it's again a mindset. So if I say enjoy it, think about how you can enjoy it, because it actually can be awesome. It depends on what you make of it. You can make it shit, you can make it awesome. There's actually, it was interesting, we had I was on a seminar and there were two veterans, war veterans, right? And they were both in Vietnam. One both actually to both the exact same thing happened. They were right behind someone that stepped on a landmine, and the person in front of them was essentially blown away, like completely, like in front of their face. The exact same thing happened to both people. One got completely depressed, locked themselves up at home, was not able to communicate at all, and was in therapy and depressed and needed help and all of that. The other person, where the exact same thing happened, for him it was like, oh wow, that could have been me. Life is a gift. I have the chance to like live for more days, for more years. Every day counts. I am happy, I'm giving, I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I will do the best I can with my life. And he was the happiest person on this planet, enjoying and inspiring so many people out there with his mission to carpe diem, to seize the day, to live life. The exact same thing happened. No difference. So it's ultimately down
Perspective.
to you, to perspective, to us, to make that decision what we do with the journey. So the journey is going to be painful, but it can be enjoyable. And actually, passion, the word comes from Latin to suffer, to endure suffering. And this is even stronger than seeking discomfort or this whole like yes theory thing, which is right now hyped, because it's the ultimate thing. Your story of your upbringing, your own life, from not being able to walk, not being able to ride a bike, not being able to swim, to belonging, to sharing, to contributing, to giving. And we all have our unique story shaped by the experiences that we had in our life, right? And um, not being a victim of that, saying like this thing happened to me in the past, but also seeing this as a gift. The moment when you see it as the greatest gift and an opportunity, uh, then it will unlock the wildest dream. So this mindset, this perspective, as you just shared, is so key to persist and to ultimately unlock these dreams that you all want to make a reality. What do you think?
Yeah, 100%. It applies for the business, but it applies for everything in life. I think there's a famous quote that I really love. It's like, life happens to you. It's 10% what happens to you and 90% what you do with it. So it's all about how you feel about and the energy that you put into things. It's going to be challenging, no question about it. It's not going to be easy, or it might be easy for some people, which is great. Ultimately is how you feel. The full half of the glass, I would say, makes the difference.
There's another one saying life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So even if everything is sound and awesome and cool and whatever, there will be something coming. Something will happen. I don't know, right? Like it is that roller coaster that you just shared. And the thing that it happens for you in order to give you your next opponent, your next challenge to level up and take it even one step further. So either you're there, you procrastinate, you don't act upon it, and you get stuck for like years and decades. You can do that, or you see it as an opportunity to also level up here and grow even further. So that's why lifelong learning is actually something which is very literally happening all the time to all of us. You cannot really hide away from that. Yeah, beautifully said. What advice can we give to someone that just started with passion?
The most important thing is to really trust us, because we do care about all our creators and we are there to support them, and we're always doing our best. So I would say, yes, just trust us and trust the process, like the Expert Unleashed challenge says, and yeah, just go through this journey and learn from it, and reach out to us if you need help, or reach out to the community and keep going. I think these are really key to succeed with passion, but with their business in general.
Beautifully said, Georgie. Thank you so much for your time.